Hey, welcome. This is number 3, I think, this year of the Facebook Lives that we're doing. We wanted to start it out a little different, and we're downstairs in the downstairs offices because we are working on next year's 2023 spring lines. I want to give you a sneak peek at this. Nobody has seen this yet. You guys are the very first to see it. So let's walk over this way a little bit. John is doing the camera, and I'm going to walk backwards a little bit. And you know, we have millions of fabrics and stuff. Go ahead, John, I'm gonna let you go that way. You can just see about there all the different fabrics. We've added to those fabrics since last year. And then John, can you come back here? And Renee's working on the Gardener Elfin, which is very cool, great fabrics. So I'm gonna just come behind. Look at, you're good, Renee, but look at the great fabrics. I'm gonna show you some detail work later on that, but great combination of fabrics, which I laid out last week. Renee's putting together some great details for this guy and trimmings. I have no idea. Where's this going, Renee?
That was going on the foot.
It's going to go on his foot. That'd be very cool. So this is how we have to do it now because we're not able to go over to the design studio. So, but we have fun doing it this way. It really works out good. I'm going to sneak past you here, and you can see more stuff that we have, things to work with, great different jewels. Love this lavender shades. There's some multicolored ones too. Pretty cool. All sorts of new jewels and trims that we got in. This stuff here, I'm not going to tell you what we're doing with it, but we're doing something with it. And John is going to make his way over Jong's shoulders. And what a great, we've been working on this and actually going back and forth even last night by email. But look at the new grape fairy. Can you get that, John? So we're working on a grape fairy. This is Jong's idea. It was let's mix some of the plastic balls and some new fabric. So this, hopefully, we're going to try to make this work. No guarantees yet. They've got to figure out how to get it done. But fun piece for next year. So here's the little naked body and some of the little grapes. So fun thing. You see him, and we'll show you a little bit more of that in a little bit. Okay, before we go upstairs, I want to show you, we didn't have space for this in the studio. And when you see the studio, you'll understand why. But this great 4 foot plus Wonderland rabbit. All the amazing details on him. He's even got a clock going on here. I can't get it to hold right, but he's got a clock going on there. And it's detailed out to the nines. Great detail, flowers, all sorts of stuff. Layers and layers of beautiful stuff going on with this guy. Pretty magical. What I want to show you is something like this. This is how it starts out. All this detail going on here, like 8 pages worth of stuff going on there. So we have to lay out all the details for each piece, each design, and then those goes through multiple changes and corrections until we finesse it and get it just right. So fun process, but it's a challenge at the same time. So Brian is already upstairs in the studio, and we figured out that he could run a clip that we did last week showing Jong, Renee, and myself doing some work last week down here on product. And I'm going to do a voiceover for that separately. You'll get that while we're going upstairs. So I think we're going to toss it to Brian right now. People often ask, what's the design process? It starts out with a list, just like Santa. We do a list and check it twice. The next step, Jong draws, and look how beautifully he draws so fast. He's drawing it on a tablet computer right now. He does a fast sketch and then does a detailed drawing from there. There it is on the computer, and there it is in paper printed out. That is the Picnic in the Park Fairy for 2023. There's yours truly laying out the fabrics then. That's the next step. And I'm actually doing this for a different fairy because we did this last week, but beautiful, you know, the way the different fabrics are laid out and put together. They're organized, detailed, and that's the next step. From there you can see there's the Picnic in the Park fairy, the fabric colors. There's another fairy there. Next step is the detailing, which we already showed you today, this morning, earlier. Put all those details into these great pieces. That was fun. I hope you guys liked downstairs. Cool, fun thing. Great studio to work with today. So we're going to start over with rabbits over here on my right. Let's check out what we got here for you. This is kind of like the meat and potatoes of Easter, if I can put it that way. All right, we have, starting out, some great rabbits. And this is the Mr. and Mrs. Peter rabbit. We've got the little guys up here. These are what, like 12 inches tall or something, 12, 13 inches tall. Really, really pretty, great details. I'm going to show you on the larger ones because we can see it better. And we added this carriage. What a great way to show them on this carriage that we have. But really fun piece. Mr. Rabbit, he's got some peachy pink colors going on, lots of layers. And I love his ruffled collar, then his coat, which is just really exquisite. Great details. And then a heavy damask. It's just actually a kind of a burgundy-ish color, and yet it works real nice. Look at all the multi-layered bows going on there, and then these turquoise jewels. I mean, really, really pretty. For his darling wife, let me turn this a little bit. She's got this great parasol. She's got all sorts of good stuff going on with her. Her dress, really layered really nicely. I mean, really sweet. Look at that hat. Great, great looking hat. Fluff the ribbons out, it might look prettier. But really, really sweet going on. I'm going to bend her head down so we can. John, can you get a close-up of that? Oh, you do. Isn't that fabulous? Great detail. So you've got this, the flowers with the jewels, the styrofoam eggs, little diamond-like pieces, great ribbons, and then this tulle-like ribbon. It's just really sweet. And then under here, I'm going to pull her back because she's got these great pearls that kind of clasp together for her ruffled collar. Just an exquisite piece. So there's 2 sizes in these. Most of the time they come as sets. And great, great pieces. The larger ones are about 24, 25 inches tall. And the carriage is separate, but people can get the carriage. Some of the stores will have the carriage. I think the carriage might be available on the marketplace. You'll just have to look up, search by carriage maybe, to find that. You're going to see this beautiful blue and white. We showed you this the last time, so we're not going to bring them up this time, but you can see how great they work in our different decors and our displays. So speaking of blue and white, look at those gorgeous hydrangea that are in the urns together here. So I'm going to walk over, I'm going to cut in front of the camera and get these gorgeous hydrangea stems. There's a couple different colors, but you know, this is fun, great. Hydrangeas are very hard, especially in fresh, to keep alive, to keep looking beautiful. So if you have dried ones, if you can get the fresh ones and dry them, that's good. Or you can get the silk ones like I do. I think I told you one of my tricks last time is I'll take the silk hydrangea and tuck them into fresh flower bouquets, and it works great. I'm going to do that, I think, in one of the next shows to show you how easy that is and how fun that is, because it just, nobody knows that it's fake or artificial amongst your fresh flowers if you have fresh flower bouquet. We're showing 4 different colors today. So there's 2 colors in this vase. There's a kind of a blue and a purple combination. And then behind me over here is a pink and green combo of the stems. And I think these are just, they're all in there loose, which is nice. And kind of a mounded look. It's kind of sculpted basically. So really, really pretty together in there. Great colors. Pairs of these would be great, you know, in the right spot in your home. Then we just use these large urns that we've had forever. These are actually plaster of Paris urns that we've had for decades, actually. So it's a miracle that they have survived as long as they have. But great, great pieces. So the flowers, you know, that's where I got my start. I started in the flower business when I was 13. I think I told you this once, but I was 13. I started in the flower business. So that was way back a long time ago. It was fun. I learned a lot. I worked there for 7 years and did everything and had a ball at the flower shop. And when we got silk flowers in, I was so excited. I wasn't even allowed to do anything design-wise with them, but I did anyways and had fun and got to do other things. Speaking of that, John's going to take me right to this little tablescape. We've got 2 different tablescapes that we're going to show today. And the artificial turf is great on there for the grass. Great way to use up remnants of it if you've done that in your yard or you get a sample at Home Depot or something. I did some artificial turf to save water because it's hot. In fact, today in California, it's very hot. So these are remnants of it and get to use it. But this has this little sweet little boy fairy and some flowers and fun stuff. These are great. These little tablescapes are a great gift if you're going somewhere for Easter or in the spring season as a great gift. It's also great for yourself to have around. It's sweet to have with a rabbit, little furry rabbit in there, and the little quirky little elf or fairy and some of the sweet flowers. There's one more over here. This is actually his girlfriend over here. And how pretty is she? There she is. Get your hand out of the way. Look at that. So she's got the white rabbit, and as sweet as she is, she's sitting there on this little mound of grass, some of the flowers growing around her. So real sweet. I'll just turn it sideways just a little bit to see the rabbit. How cute is that? Really sweet rabbit. But again, great gifts. They're velvet covered. They're all velvet on the bottom. There's no staples, so it's not going to scratch anything. All right, I need to turn this on now. I wanted to leave it off while we did these tablescapes. What a fun display this is here, with the rabbits, the flowers, the eggs, which we saw previously. Look how sweet. We're going to see that we can see these rabbits. Brian will eventually give us a close-up of these, but for right now, let's just look at the display here. We'll give Brian enough time to put the pieces up. The rabbits are Mr. and Mrs., and you can see them right here. Those two. We added a third one, so you can tell by the yellow hat that this is a duplicate of one here. But we added also these sweet glass eggs that we showed you last couple weeks ago in 2 different sizes. We're using the same hydrangea that you saw in the vases a few minutes ago. And just how gorgeous is this combination on the rotator with the rabbits, the flowers, the glass eggs. The glass eggs come in boxes of 4. There's 2 designs, a chick one, the chicks are my favorite, and the rabbits, which I think everybody else's favorite, I think. But I love the chicks. This one in particular is really sweet. We'll catch it on the way around, John. I'll when you're ready. You see it? There's another one. There it goes. We'll catch it on the way around. Keep it up because there's 2 of them coming. And I think they're the same one. Yeah, here it is. So we're going to get a nice close of this. Sweet. With the purple jewel and the pink and yellow bow going on there. So what a great display. This is a 3-tiered display piece that we have. But this is just a fun set. These little rabbits, the great details in their ears. I'm going to grab one of them. John, you can just stay right there because there's one here. I'm going to grab one of them, and I can show you from here how sweet this is. First of all, you can turn her head a little bit. This is her because she doesn't have the top hat on. Let's look at the pretty flowers going on there. Look at the jewels in the flowers. There's a nice, gorgeous diamond-like jewel in there. And then she's got lots of different flowers going on. There's another jewel going on inside there. And really sweet. I mean, come on, look at these details. You've got the ruffled collars, double layered, all sorts of great details in the front. If we're able to see the fabric on the front there, yeah. The printed with the Easter eggs on there, how sweet is that? And she's just too cute. And of course, she's got this cute little bunny tail in the back. Hey, it's a Mark Roberts piece, that's nice. It's always good to know. So, and then the boy is beautiful. He's got the yellow hat going on, the yellow top hat, and lots of other details going on him. They come as a pair. They're a gorgeous set. You're going to really love these. All right. The next thing that I am going to show you is, actually, it is these eggs. So, Brian, I hope you're going to show my favorite egg, which is the chicks. We have rabbits and chicks, but I asked him, will you please show the chicks? Because I love the chicks, how pretty they are. So, all right, but while we do that, we are going to run over to the other rabbits, which are Mr. and Mrs. Peter Cottontail. And here they are in 2 sizes. There is the small one, which we have up top. John's going to get a zoom of that as soon as he gets his camera in position there. There they are. And of course, you see that beautiful blue and white leaf pattern going on the ceramic vases. So great pieces. And then we'll just kind of roll right down, John, to the larger pieces so we can see them a little bit better and see the details on them. But how nice is this? It's layered. She's got a beautiful layered dress with a sheer yellow satin, semi-sheer I'm going to call it. And then she's got this beautiful lavender and ivory lace, and then a peachy metallic satin underneath. There's more lace, more ruffles. I mean, there's a lot going on in here. She also has a parasol. It's different. Greens and purples and lavenders. I mean, really pretty. As we go up, great detail with this. Look at the flower with the jewels and the pearls in it. Really nice. I'm going to do the same thing with her. I'm going to kind of tuck her neck down for a minute. You can see she's got a little bonnet. Oh, is this too cute? This is just too cute. Okay, you saw the top. You got to see the back. Sweet as pie right there. See that little yellow bow on it? I love that. And great. Then we have her husband. Handsome man can be. Great details on him. I'm going to take this off. Renee must have stuck this little hummingbird there. Great way to enhance stuff. But great, great details. I think we showed this in a quick Facebook Live Rose and I did maybe 2 weeks ago as we were getting the studio ready. And great, great piece. This is a great set. They're hard to find actually at this point. They're almost gone. We are getting close to Easter. We're looking at about 10 days from now, so to speak. We're really close. So if you want to capture some of these and get them for your home, now's the time if you don't have them already. But if you have them, get them out. If you have this year's version or last year's version, they better be out by now. All right, we're going to go on to a special characters. Call them Father Easter. And so the first one, I showed these like last week and over the weekend on Facebook, and it was interesting to see all the comments on it. So I appreciate the great comments on that. Can we see that? Do I need to move the chair a little bit, John? Okay. Yeah, I do, because we got to see that little bunny rabbit. Okay, cool. This one is a little bit smaller than the next two. This is like a 20-inch size Father Easter, maybe to the top of his head. But great details. I think what I like best about it is the green stripes, the green and cream stripes. Although I remember a few people said they loved the rabbit. And great, great details. This yellowish fur, another layer of fur, there's silver. There's all sorts of details going on here. I mean, lots of details going on here. So, I mean, magic is the key here. And I just took him out of his, there we go. But love also the combination with the dark purple that is on his hat and coming down his front. Just kind of makes it jump and pop. So really, really nice piece. Comes with a little bunny rabbit that sits on the green and gold velvet base. So lovely is what all I can say. Before we go to the other Santas, we have a sweet little fairy to show you. And that is this butterfly girl fairy, and she's not wanting to cooperate. There she is. So Renee has her flying up here, and I'm going to flip her around first. Look at that detail on the back. You've got that great yellow satin bow with, I'm going to move the wings up for a minute. The great jeweling and details that goes on here. I mean, this is just really exquisite. These are great, great pieces. They're fun to have because there's so much detail that goes on them. She's colorful. She's got the butterfly in her hair. You can see it beautifully already. So it looks really sweet. She's flying. And then I really like what he did with the small one. He just sat her on the lampshade. I do this at home all the time and have, at any given time, some fairies, especially in my family room, sitting on lampshades. Fairies or little elves sitting on the lampshades. And it really adds a dimension to your home. It's a little bit more whimsical and fun. And it always is a conversation starter when somebody comes in and kind of looks at that. They usually will go right to it, actually, which is kind of fun. Makes me feel good, at least. So at least they like it. But real sweet how she's sitting up there. I'll show you another one in a little bit. We're still using some of these poppies. We showed these 3 weeks ago, so they're still on the marketplace. If you see any flowers that you love to have, the great vases and stuff. And we are then going to jump to a really fun piece. This goes back to my early days of working in a flower shop. And this, you remember this, first of all, you remember this great crown, pedestal crown. We showed you this at Christmas time, how nice it was last year. And this was actually a spring item for this year, but we got it in early last year, so some people got to use it for Christmas as well. Great display. There's styrofoam in here, various silk flowers, of course a little bunny rabbit. There's actually 2 bunny rabbits in here. I guess I can spin this around and you can see the different detail going on. There we go. But really sweet piece. Lots of great colors too. But this is a great prearranged way to do something and really make your spring table kind of magical. So love this piece. This is kind of one of my fun pieces I like to put together. It's a little bit on the higher price side. You've got the silver and the sparkling crystals going on in there. And it's pretty good size also, actually. So there's a lot of detail going on. Fun, fun piece. Great to have if you can get them. So another piece, hopefully you saw the live that we did a couple weeks ago. Rose and I were upstairs still just kind of laying out this and talking to Jong about it and Renee. But carrots, are these just the coolest things in the world? I think I have the assortment. No, I'm dropping them now. Good thing is they're styrofoam, so you really are not going to, you drop them, you can drop them all you want. But let's see if I can get this going here. So it's an assortment of 6, but I think that we sell them as, or ship them on the marketplace, yeah, as sets of 6. So you're going to get 1 of each. I think we're going to see about 24 total up here today with all of these. And we just put them in the basket like this. And then here's the small size. Let me just show you 2 different ones so we can see the size difference. I think the smalls are like 7 inches and the large are like 9 inches. And that's just the size of the carrot, not the grass that's at the top, the leaves that's at the top. It's like a dried raffia almost. So you got like a 7-inch carrot, 9-inch carrot. You can easily mix them together or however you want to get them. But I have them mixed together. I have at home, I have a dozen of each, and they look really great in my kitchen, kind of just all mixed together. I have a few leftovers that I put in a little glass jar actually, which is kind of fun. Okay, I think I showed you some of these others also are these really sweet rabbits that we did. So these are made of tin, and lots of great detail on them. We had to add the multi-layered bow here once they came in because that was something that we couldn't get. We had to get it, source it from multiple locations, and so sometimes we have to do that. So really great sweet pieces. This is flocked on the bottom. This is tin, and it's a set of 2. So really great piece. They're kind of sitting. I like them looking at each other versus not looking at each other. Don't think that's quite as fun as putting them together and showing them looking at each other. They're happy. They're looking at each other and they're happy. So that's my concept on the way to show them. They're happy. Look at how great the carrots look in the background with them. You know, you got something that's a little bit more farmhouse looking, a little bit more country or casual, and then these really sweet, elegant bunny rabbits, and yet combined, it looks great together. All right, next is Father Easter, the one with the little chickies at his feet. Another great piece, lots of great colors. We've got the green velvet on his hat. He's got flowers and pearls and acrylic jewels and look at a butterfly jewel there. I mean, there's a lot of detail going on. This pink fur, everybody loves this pink fur, so we kind of try to use it in different ways. And that's great, it's got the pearl going on in there. So you're gonna see pearl details. Can we see that? There we can. We're gonna see pearl details throughout this guy. Great, great color. I love this yellow, white, and even orange pattern that's on his shirt and also his pants. Really, really nice detail. And I guess we're going to go down to his pants and I'm just going to, oh my goodness, get down, open this up a little bit, and then we'll see the rest of it in a minute. But the pants have this same detail on the top, but we've got this great jeweling. It's a green velvet that this is laying on, this jewel. And then to the right of it, or to the side of it, is a check pattern. Lots of check patterns these days. And that is in yellow and hot pink, which is great. It just kind of works together with all his colors. While we're down here and look at some of the detail, okay, we got to look at the chicks because they're just too cute. So there's 2 chicks sitting at his feet, walking about. And see, I told you I like the chicks. There we go. Hannah loves the chicks as well. All right, then as we go up, wow, look at the beautiful colors. The center here, I'm looking at the screen as I look at this. The monitor is beautiful. He's got this great damask shirt that's trimmed out in this same gorgeous green velvet. This is the same velvet that's on his hat, so it ties together real nicely. And then the detail of the center of his shirt here is just like, John, how close can we get to that? I'm trying to spin it a little bit. I mean, look at the detail in there. Gorgeous, gorgeous detail. You're good. Gorgeous detail. I mean, there is layers and layers of all sorts of different trims. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 14, 15, 16 different components that all are done by hand that are put in there. So this is an exquisite, exquisite piece. And then we've got the magic of his coat, which is, again, just exquisite. We've got that darker lavender, almost a purple, but not quite. Great lace that goes on here with golds and greens and pinks. This wonderful pink fur. He's got like a clasp on the side with the yellow. I mean, this is just out of this world, because look at the details going on here. This is just really, really pretty. This is a great piece. All right, now I get to get up. And what do we get to look at next? I think maybe we're going to see the little violet fairy, which is so sweet. I'm going to just cut in front of the camera for a sec, and we're going to look at the violet fairy up here. She is so pretty. Going on, love the lavender colors, and love her long blonde hair. Look at that ponytail that she's got. Love that long blonde hair in a braided ponytail. Somebody's got to braid that stuff. And pretty as can be. I love the amber jewel that goes on in her head, or her hair, that you can see how it sparkles and everything. And the gold that's at the top of her shirt just kind of picks up on the, so you see the gold, amber and the gold here. She's swinging, so. And then it brings in the amber down here. So we really tied those together really nicely. Her shirt, it's multi-layered with the lace. There's a lavender sparkle fabric underneath. This is multi-layered also. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Really pretty. So really, really nice, and really a soft green velvet going on her feet, some little flowers, just a really exquisite piece. So this little violet fairy is sweet. And then Zhang or Renee put her little one, sitting her up on this lampshade, which is she using, she might be using a little bit of support there. But how sweet, they just look wonderful sitting up on top of the lampshades. Great place to put them. They're fun, and again, they're a story, conversation starter. People kind of love them. So, all right, one more Father Easter, and this guy is, what's his name? I should know it, but he's Father Easter with elf. How complicated was that? Great guy. He's got a little elf. Finally, we got an elf in the show. Oh, I think we had one, or we're going to have one, but we don't have it here. You'll see in a few seconds. But this little guy with the elf, Father Easter with the elf, it comes with the little Easter basket. I think this is Velcroed on. Yes, it is. Wow, this is heavy. Okay, the bunny needs to go on a diet because it's very heavy. Easter bunny with lots of little eggs going on. The sweet little elf with the egg in his hand, and then the Father Easter he's got a paintbrush. I'm not sure how he's going to paint that, but he is going to make that egg look beautiful. Great colors going on him, from this rich, kind of a burgundy purple, or it's a reddish purple, which I really love. It's a little bit more spring-like to me, and lots of great details going on in his hat. Just lots of great details. This is a different pink damask going on. I love how the yellow just sets off against the greens and the pinks. This is a great combination of colors. It's a really happy piece. It's got his bunny ears going on here. He's very, very happy, to say the least. So Father Easter with the elf is a great piece. It's a large base. The base is about, I think about 18 inches, 16 inches around. This is a velvet base with a wood base with a velvet covering, and then the gold leafing on the edge. So I think Steve Garcia said to me the other day, or messaged me, that he likes these bases over the wood bases, the solid wood bases. So we'll see. We're going to show both of them, and we'll see what we do for next year. So here is the elf that I don't have a sample of. So Brian put this up on the screen for us. This is the Easter egg painter elf. And so this looks like this is the medium size, and there's also a small size available. But I don't think we have any elves in the show today, so we actually had to resort to just using a picture while I stand here and tell you about him. But the little Easter egg painter elf is really sweet. The larger one has the paintbrush in his hand. He's got as a hat, he's got this woven basket with some little eggs and all this, fun little Eastery stuff. Love the colors on him. He's got the kind of a medium strong yellow for a shirt. And then he's got like dungarees or overalls, but those are in like a purple color. And then he's got that little pocket with little paintbrushes in there, and he's just a cute guy. The elves are so popular, and he's just happy. And whether you get the smaller one does not have the paintbrush in his hand, but it does have some in his dungarees or overalls, whatever we want to call them. But a really fun guy. And what is he doing? But he's helping paint the Easter eggs at the North Pole. So if you want to be playful with them, the small one would be great, like we showed earlier with the fairies, the small fairies. Small little elf would be great to sit on a lampshade or tuck them in and around all these different places. You know, wherever they're fun that you can have them. The larger one, you can put them on a stand if you want. You can do different stuff with them, but happy, happy, happy is what these guys are, and they're going to be hard to find. The reason I don't have a sample of them is I think the retailers actually took the last pieces that we had, even the showroom samples. So he's probably hard to find, but hopefully somebody on the marketplace has them, or maybe your local retailer has them. But really, really fun, happy Easter egg painter elf. All right, we're going to go back to the table now, and we're going to look at some sweet, well, actually a great display. The whole table display is pretty wonderful, actually. And I guess we're going to start out with, I'm going to move a few things, but I'll end up over here, are these Tollware vases that we did. These are a set of 3. Let's see if I can hold these properly. What I love about these, there they are. So there we go. Set of 3. What I like about them is color combinations. You have blue and green, blue and yellow. Then on the bottom one is green and yellow. So I've taken 3 different colors and put them in 3 different combinations. And they're all tied together with the black and white, whether it is the check pattern, the stripes, or the diamond pattern that's going on. But these are great for planting. Imagine an orchid in here, a white Phalaenopsis orchid. Hey, a white Phalaenopsis orchid probably would actually go in this one really nicely, size-wise. An azalea would be perfect in this. A 6-inch azalea pot would be great in here. An ivy planted up in here, really nice. You can use these year-round. There's no reason why you can't. Color-wise, there's definitely spring, but you can for sure use them year-round. Of course, you say the lemons that were giving me a hard time a few minutes ago that we showed in the last show 3 weeks ago. There we go. Let me get over here. All right. Fun stuff to setting the table. I brought a few things in from home. I'll show you those also. But we're going to first go to these great candle holder rabbits, or rabbit candle holders. This is a set of 2. You can show them with the candles on the inside together, or flip them around and have them, the 2 candles on the outside. Can we back up just a tad, John? There we go. Now we can see the candles going off there. So it looks really nice there. Let me move my Venetian goblet that I brought in from home. But love these. These are on the wood bases, the brown wood bases. They come like that. Let's see if I can. All right, I'm not going to. They connect real nicely. You've got the black and white going on, which is great. We've got some great different check patterns going on. We have a lot of check pattern that we're going to see on this table. Soft greens, some soft blues, sweet white furry bunnies. Really pretty. I like also, look at this rich blue. It's just like it's not a midnight blue. It's more of a deeper blue, but it's not quite midnight blue. Really rich blue. It just brings out the lighter blue, the more pastel blue check in his shirt. So love these guys, and I love the candle holders. Right now I'm using the LED candles on these. I'm kind of a fan of LED candles at this point because they go off. Not sure we can see the color of them because of all the bright lights in the studio here. But they go off by themselves on timers. They go on by themselves with timers. I love that. Really, really sweet. So, okay, John, I said I was going to bring some stuff in from home. Can we look at the Venetian goblets? Those are not for sale. They're not available. But what great pieces. I got those in Venice in 2002 or 2003. I don't remember, a long, long time ago. But I've got a bunch of different stuff there. And then, John, if we can just look at the flatware that's there, because that's old Mark Roberts. I'm lifted up. Old Mark Roberts, when we used to do a lot of home decor stuff. So we used to get some great stuff like this flatware. This is mother of pearl. There's green shades in there, so this worked out perfect for this. But it was fun when we did that home decor line in the mid-2000s, early and mid-2000s. It was a great period. We had a ball doing that. So those are some of the things I brought in from home. John brought in these great plates that he has. Actually, all of the plates are his, from the gold chargers to the fern plates, which are really sweet. I love this fern. Can we see that? Yeah, I love that fern plate. It's great for spring. Simple, beautiful, just like tells you spring is coming. Nice different shades of green. All right, I get to go in front of the camera a little bit further because we're going to go look at a salt and pepper rabbit, whatever that means. Only we would know what salt and pepper rabbit means, right? It's right here. So I'm going to take the salt and pepper. I'm just going to pick him up and move him for a minute here. We can see him here. So part of the server collection of the rabbits, and what a great piece. And there's no salt and pepper in here right now, but they're acrylic salt and pepper shakers. And you've got the great little bunny rabbit that holds the tray. It's pretty sturdy. It's sturdy enough. Blue and white, or excuse me, blue and yellow going on. This is a different shade of blue and yellow. We've still got the black and white. We've got some blue butterflies. We take this off for a second to see his shirt with all the great detail going on down here. Just because the salt and pepper shaker is there, we still need to put detail back here. All the different jewels going on, because as we, take them on or off, you want your guests to see how wonderful it looks with or without those pieces. This great blue satin embroidery there is really, really pretty. This is a great piece. I don't know how many of these are left. They're on the marketplace, but they're really great pieces. Let me stick him back. These little pink peacocks that you're seeing are for Christmas. We pulled them out of the studio or the showroom because they look so pretty, but those are going to be for Christmas, so you just got a sneak peek. That's all the information we have right now, but it's coming for spring. So, all right, now I'm going to actually move this for a minute because I'm going to go into the back behind the table, and I'm going to show you a great larger piece. I'm going to go ahead and move this bowl of yellow lemons out of the way so we can see this better. Can we see this piece better, John? So I love this. This is a server tray. It's 2 rabbits on the wooden bases with a silver server tray that kind of goes together. So what I like to do is to have one hand up sometimes, and I'll put this hand up. The hands have nothing to do with holding them, but you do want to show at least one hand on under each so that you create that illusion that they are holding them. But this is magnetized, so it's hard to actually get it up. Watch these carrots and tomatoes go flopping all over the place. I mean, the magnets are really sturdy, so it does not want to come off. This is hard to get off. So the point is that it holds a lot of weight. They're secure. Okay, so there you go. You've got these 2, 4, 6, 8 magnets, and these are like powerful magnets. So they kind of come out, and you're going to hear you can hear it click. It already wants to grab on it. Come on. I'm going to have to hover this thing over and then click. It really gets down on there. So it's going to hold. It's pretty strong. You can hold. I think we tested it, and I want to say it will hold up to like 20 pounds or something. So you have more than enough. More than enough on there. This is a great set. You're getting the 2 rabbits. You're getting the silver tray. It does come with a green sculpted velvet, like, I'm going to call it a doily. I'm not sure that that's the right word for it, but and then of course the silver tray that goes with it. So this is a great piece. Great 2 rabbits and everything. I'm ready for these carrots. I love vegetables. So there's something else we're going to show you later though also. I said I would show them while I'm here. We've got these great, it's hard to see them, but they're sparkling candles. You're good, John. You're good. They're sparkling candles that I contacted this company. It's called Gold Rush Candles. There we go. And I contacted them last year actually to get some, and they rushed them to me. So just look up Gold Rush Candles online. But this is gold that's in my hand. There's many different colors, but they're nice people. And they shipped my order like the same day so we could have them for one of our shows last year. And we still use them. So I said I'd give them a plug and tell them who they are because they were very nice people. All right. What are we doing next? After this guy, we are going over, okay, good, because I'm hungry. And I'm going to show you something fun. And that is this little server rabbit, or rabbit holding the tray. It's holding, ta-da, cupcakes. There we go. The light has to kind of adjust on there. So we've got 8 little cupcakes on here. You could probably fit 10 or 12 if you needed to. But again, really nice pieces. These are great pieces to have when you're having people over and you want to have some things on the table or side tables if you're relaxing in the family room or something. But you still want to have hors d'oeuvres out, whether it's the healthy mixed vegetables, which I love, or the calorie-free cupcakes, which I also love. I think that's Angelo made us a sign that said calories don't count or something for one of the holidays, but whatever it is, I believe it. Anyways, great, great piece. Great details going on. This yellow, soft yellow top hat, that's kind of been a theme in a lot of the things this spring. And then lots of great pastel colors. There's gold, there's green, soft green, soft yellow, excuse me, soft blue with this pink and pearl flower in the center. It's a great, great piece. Love his eyeglasses. He doesn't wear them on his head like I do, but when I need them, I need them. So, and then I'm going to slide this guy around. John, you can stay right there. But just to see the back of him there, because this fabric is like it's a textured satin that's going on there. Can we see that? There we go. Great texture. This is actually raised up, so it's almost like a relief going on here. Really, really pretty. And then the blue, how pretty is that? These things drive me crazy. These show up all the way. So that's what the scissors come out and I snip that stuff, but we didn't do that here, obviously. The blue trimming's really pretty there. Great combination. Look at this while we're here, is the yellow and white stripe. And it's a soft yellow with actually a cream. Really pretty. Goes nicely with the details on his arms with the black and white pattern. So just a great piece. I guess I'm going to spin him back around because you're seeing lots of check patterns. We got the check going on in his bow tie. And this is like an emerald jewel on here. The other ones were like a deep blue. This has got emerald on it, which is great. So we try to put some different colors. We try to tie them in together and get a kind of a common theme going on, but at the same time we want to create some different looks at the same time. So love this turquoise jewel going on his bow tie. I'd like to always add those fun pieces going on there. All right, I'm going to go back to the middle of the table and I'm going to show you more check patterns. And that is, I'll put this guy back, and that is on the table setting here that we did. These were actually napkin rings that we didn't use. We decided not to use them. We could have put this on the server plate or the decorative plate to begin with. You could put that there. But these fun decorated eggs that we did, lots of incredible detail going on. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of fabrics going on. Look at how pretty is this. Look at this butterfly jewel going on here. This really a kind of a, wow, raspberry colored butterfly jewel there is so pretty, you know, but then it's not the same thing. We then used a flowering diamond like there on that side there. Then a different flowering diamond going on down there. Really pretty details, great patterns. So you've got diamond patterns, you've got the check pattern in the fabric. Love this ruby butterfly. It's too pretty, or raspberry butterfly. And then the tops, and they're all 4 of these are different. They're a set of 4. But there's flowers going on up here. There are jewels going on, pearls and diamond-like accessories, flowers, gold leaves. I mean, this is just exquisite. So we've got this guy. I'm just going to switch him out. And these are a set of 4, and they're all different. So this one is more lavender. This one still has that same raspberry butterfly, but different fabrics going on, really pretty in lavender shades. Yellows, jewels, pretty things going on there. Will that stand there for me? It does, voila. And then, John, I'm just going to go that way. And I'll flip to the other side. And I think these 2 might be my favorite of the 4, but they're all gorgeous. This one has the blue and yellow, the stronger blue and yellow colors, and then 2 different yellow fabrics, a velvet and a lace over a satin of some sort. And this has a lavender jeweled butterfly with some yellow and white bows. Really pretty, gorgeous diamond pattern going on down there. Really, really pretty. And just a lot going on here. There's jewels, there's flowers, there's pearls, ribbons. I mean, this is just exquisite. I love this piece. And then the other one is a little bit more pastel. This also has lavender butterfly, jeweled butterfly going on, but this one has a peach backdrop upon it. It's really soft colors going on here. Softer blue and yellow check. And it's got a peachy color going on for the diamond pattern underneath. This is just a great piece. The pearl going on here, very, very exquisite. So once again, we could easily put them on the plate. Hey, there we go. We could easily put them on the plate and you'd have a magnificent display on your table for Easter or for a spring party. Okay, I left my papers on the other side. I know I have to go show you something else, but I don't know what it is. I now know what it is. John's handing me the papers, and I still get to walk in front. I'll go around, and John's going to go that. I'll meet you over here for one of my last pieces. And I'm happy to show you this piece because the reason this piece got made, included in this grouping, was one of you, Chris, you know who you are. Chris messaged me on Facebook, a private message, and said, would you do a new, I think he called it a flower vase rabbit. I knew exactly what he was talking about. Let me move this gorgeous goblet for a minute. So this guy, so the reason, how they were originally done was to hold a wine bottle. And so this has a bottle of white wine. I don't know where I got that from, but this is from home. And it's got this cup that goes in there and it lifts out. So it really was intended to hold a bottle of wine. And great detail going on. In fact, that's why his hat, all the other ones have yellow velvet hats. This guy has a lavender hat because he was done late and God knows what happened. But I wanted to do him with lavender and green anyways. He's got the green and white stripes. He's got lavenders. He's got this great blue and gold checked bow tie. The turquoise, the turquoise jewels going down the front. Great, great piece. But not to disappoint Chris, and I think Chris already has this, but Jong did these bouquets of the flowers and he zip tied them, which is great because they're perfect for display. You can use them anytime this way. But he did a great display, well, except a few of them fell out. You know, because I think that he added them after the fact instead of in the beginning. So I'm going to tuck them back in. I'm not going to, I'm not going to get flustered even though it looks like I am. But they make a great bouquet. How pretty is this? This is just like very, very Dutch looking, very like they would do it in Holland, Amsterdam. They're nice hand-tied European bouquets. And then just drop it, literally just drop it right into the vase there, and it's there. How magical is that? How great is that? So, Chris, you're probably right. A bottle of wine is best to be drank. Where am I going? This way? This way is best to be drank. Maybe out of a Venetian goblet, who knows? And fill the pot with flowers is pretty wonderful. So, great combination of pieces to do here with this. And just fun pieces. Okay, I'm going to go back to the center of the table and close out here. So our show's a little bit shorter this time, but we showed you a lot of stuff. So you can get it on the marketplace. You can get it from your local retailer. Support them when you can, please. They're important. They support jobs in our communities. And or you can get it online from your other retailers. But that what you want, great. Enjoy the displays. Hopefully we give you some good ideas. Jong put together most of the showroom. I gave him some input onto it, but he always makes it look magical. Renee came in behind him and did a few hanging things and making it all look wonderful. They both do a great job. So, fun time. Easter's coming. Spring is here. So, let's enjoy, let's celebrate, and okay. Until I see you next time.